So I heard you're thinking that you want to go to nursing school, but you just don't know where to start. Let me help you out with that. There are a couple options out there. It really depends on how much you want to spend on nursing school, where exactly you live, as well as what route you want to go. So number one, there is an option to get your associate's degree in nursing, which is usually cheaper, and you would end up going to a community college most times. And people like this option because it's a lot cheaper and they can secure a RN position after getting their associates in nursing and passing the NCLEX. And then they have their employer pay for them to go to school through what we call tuition reimbursement, and they get their bachelor's degree that way. So that's one option. The challenge with the associate's degree is that not all places accept it. So, for example, when I was living in Hawaii, a lot of hospitals want you to have your bachelor's degree already. So, most times they won't even hire you if you don't have your bachelor's. But there's other places, such as in Oregon, where I currently live, where they widely accept nurses with an associate's degree, and then they'll gladly pay for their bachelor's through the tuition reimbursement program. So it really depends, like I said, where you are living at. But if you feel like you may have a hard time paying for nursing school, or you don't have the opportunities for like financial aid or scholarships, and you do have a community college that has a nursing program in the area, I would probably highly recommend that. Number two, if you want to go for your bachelor's degree and you have not had any college degree at all yet, that could be an option. A lot of people like this one because it's kind of simple, where you go to school for the 4 years, hopefully just the 4 years, and you go ahead and get your bachelor's at the end of it. And once you get your RN position, you don't have to worry about going to more school to get the bachelor's. I do want to talk a little bit more about the bachelor's program because I did complete my nursing program at Chaminade University of Honolulu, and it was a bachelor's degree. And I must say that the first 2 years was mainly prerequisites. A lot of them didn't even have to do with nursing. And so the 4 year program, I feel like, is just that you're completing it consecutively rather than it being a huge difference in the curriculum versus an associate's degree program. For me, I utilize financial aid coming from a low income family, as well as many scholarships as I could get, as well as installment payments. Luckily, I was able to get my loans paid off, which was, I'm looking up here because I have my frame from First Aid Beauty, who paid off my student loans of $52,404.03. I was very blessed to have that done. And if you guys would love to hear more about that program, I'm not sure if they still have it, but I would love to tell you guys more about it and see if they still do it. But yeah, that was the blessing for me. Now, the third option would be that if you already have a bachelor's degree in something, you may qualify for an accelerated program, which is basically a nursing program that is accelerated, that is fast. Because you already have a bachelor's degree, you probably hit most of their prerequisites. I suspect it's a little cheaper than just a full-blown bachelor's program, but it's most likely really fast, where you have to know your stuff and keep up in order to get through that. Now that we talked about the three different options of going to nursing school, I wanted to talk a little bit about what you can expect. So there's a lot of programs out there that require you to take a test that basically determines if you can even apply to the nursing school. This is known as TEAS or HESI. I personally don't know too much about it because the nursing school that I went to didn't require any of that, so I didn't have to worry about that. But you can expect that your nursing school may have you take that test before you can even apply to nursing school. One thing that my nursing school did require was a CNA certificate. So I had to take a CNA course, which was easy enough. And I'm happy to talk about that in another video if that's what you guys want. But that is one thing that we needed, and I understood why. In nursing school, you will be expected to take prerequisites, and then usually the second half of the program, you will have clinicals, which is basically working for free, kind of like volunteer work, but is very much needed. And so, if you're going to be working during nursing school, you either need to not work, reduce your hours, or just plan ahead, basically. Some schools are very strict, and I think as times have been evolving, they've been a little looser in their rules. But for my nursing school, they had us cover our tattoos. We had to also remove our piercings, and we had to wear white shoes. It was very specific. I am happy to say that today, as I've been working as a nurse, we all have tattoos out. People have colored hair. We have our piercings. So in reality, most places don't really care about that kind of stuff. And I, in fact, think our patients trust us more when they see that we have all these because it just shows that we're also human. With that being said, even though tattoos and piercings are acceptable in the real world of nursing, for school, I would say to not get any new tattoos, especially if they can't be covered, like on your hand or on your face or neck, if you are worried that your nursing school may not accept you. I think you'll be okay to wait till you graduate or even secure RN position before you get tattoos on your neck or face or anything like that. Hope you found this video helpful. If you have any questions or you want to see specific content, please drop a comment below and subscribe to follow for more content. See you guys later.